Well, good evening. This is Jeff Hooks. I want to welcome all of you to our Victory Nutrition International product and business overview presentation. It is Thursday evening, July 11th, 2019, and it is my privilege to welcome all of you to this information session tonight. We've got, as always, many of the top leaders and emerging leaders in the world of VNI from the United States and Canada plugged into this information session, this presentation. I want to welcome all of you. And then on behalf of the entire VNI family, want to extend a special welcome to those of you that are guests. Our purpose this evening is very simple. We want to share with you information about an amazing, innovative wellness nutritional sciences company called Victory Nutrition International, or VNI for short. And we're going to give you some insight, some perspective on who we are as a company, where we've come from, our unique products, our unprecedented scientific validation, something that makes us extraordinarily unique in a very crowded space. And we'll give you some background on our mission, our vision, where we've come from, et cetera. And then in the process, we're also going to give you some information about a very lucrative business model that's attached to our company and our brand. So if you're at a place in time in your life where the idea of physical health is appealing, you're maybe potentially increasing your health, your vitality, if you have a wellness plan, if you're struggling with some challenges, then we're glad you're here. You're going to like what you learn, and equally as important, you're going to like if you're looking at options for improved financial health, then you're going to like what we share as well. And then, of course, as you would expect, I believe, as we wrap up the information session here in just over 30 minutes, we're going to give you some suggested next steps in terms of where you can go to evaluate the products for yourself, where you can go to get any additional questions answered, and we'll go from there. And so with that, it is my privilege to turn the information session over to one of our absolute top leaders. I've had the good fortune of knowing this gentleman, Mr. Ken Nazemetz, and his wife, Lori, and their family now for well over 10 years. Ken resides in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, actually just outside Charlotte, if you're familiar with the area, in Huntersville, the Huntersville Lake Norman area. Ken is a tremendous businessman. He runs sales organization for a $500 million a year company in the medical, healthcare space, and he's also historically my sensei. I'll tell you, he's in the Martial Arts Hall of Fame. He's a world-class athlete in the world of martial arts, and he's just a great guy, great husband, great father. And so he's also in a very short period of time built and assembled an amazing team, a tremendous customer base, and a tremendous team of partners engaged in this mission with VNI. So all that is to say this: we have no one more qualified to share who VNI is and our products and some insight for all of you than Ken Nazemetz. So Ken, take it away, sir.
Jeff, thanks so much. And it's so great to see you this evening and to be able to share some insights with our VNI family. Let me just share my desktop with everyone. There we go. Hopefully you can see that now. And there we go. I want to thank you, Jeff, again. I'm excited to share with you tonight a bit about our mission at Victory Nutrition International, the science behind our products, and of course the products themselves, and how beneficial they are to everyone. Our founder, Bill Downs, as well as you, Jeff, our president, you've given me the opportunity to share some of my insights about the supplement industry and about Victory Nutrition. As a health-minded consumer, as well as a business professional, a martial artist, and entrepreneur, Victory Nutrition has really put something tremendous in front of all of us. I liken it to the idea of being in the garage at Apple before the personal computer went worldwide, or in the basement of Under Armour as they're creating the first T-shirts that would eventually challenge Nike for sports dominance. So, as consumers, we spend billions of dollars a year in three categories. But you really can break all three of these categories down into one line of thinking: health awareness. Billions of dollars are being spent, and unfortunately, many of these products don't work. They don't give you what they purport to give you, and they don't add to your health benefit. They're marketing hype. They're boosted by millions of dollars of advertising. At VNI, we know a better way. We invest in our products, in our science, and our people. We don't create endorsement deals and paid for by star testimonials. Our investment stays inside of us. Now, Americans are buying more and more nutrition supplements. They're all looking for the magic pill, so to speak. Yet obesity and chronic illnesses, they continue to rise to almost epidemic proportions in the United States. With a flood of supplements being constantly advertised and marketed to us, it's so difficult to know what to choose. How do we know we aren't just wasting our money and, more importantly, wasting time to improve our health? So what is the most expensive supplement you can buy? Of course, it's the one that doesn't work. Unfortunately, many companies put inferior ingredients in there and just enough ingredients to get by regulators. They tout their products based on studies of ingredients that, in fact, the finished product simply doesn't measure up to the studies. People fail to read the small print or do their own research. If the product's not able to be absorbed, it doesn't matter what's inside the product. It simply comes out the other side. We all know the famous story of the once daily vitamins that nurses find in bedpans in hospitals. Health providers commonly find undigested and unused medications and supplements that simply pass through the body because the packaging or the processing, they don't get absorbed, and consumers are wasting their money. Now, this is, to me, where things sort of get really exciting for V&I and for me. Health has become a personal, a piece of everyone's personal life across America, across the country. And further, because so much has changed in healthcare and how the media has so often talking about it, it's really become a consumer-driven market. Victory Nutrition is perfectly placed to be a leader in this emerging healthcare market. Now, so many vitamin companies out there, they'll start with an idea of building a company, and then they just create a product and say, let's just put this product in here. V&I approaches health and nutrition in an entirely new way. Launched in 2014 by biochemists and by formulators, because of this industry-shattering value that these nutritionals bring, a company had to be formed around them. That's how V&I was born. For a product in any industry to revolutionize a market, it has to be disruptive. It has to have a punch found nowhere else in the industry. It needs to be based in truth. It needs to be validated by science, and it needs to be easily understood by the masses. And V&I, with our quality ingredients, our mechanical pre-digestion process, and our proprietary absorption technology, this fits this disruption formula. Remember, with over 40 clinical studies, peer-reviewed, third-party, so far, and we keep adding on these studies, Victory Nutrition stands alone in the supplement world. Right now, we're the best-kept secret in nutrition. But Jeff, you and I joke about it. It's really not for long. Now, through hundreds, well, probably more, thousands of hours to replicate with precision, with accuracy, and with reliability, the studies are the foundation of Victory Nutrition. V&I really is the science of good health. You're going to hear me say that over and over again. Our scientific advisory board and our founder, Bill Downs, they've gotten us to this moment in time. Our founder and his professional colleagues, they're impassioned by science, the science of good health. And with hundreds of, even thousands of small steps forward, Victory Nutrition was created. Now, our products speak to the science of good health. We have a massive foundation of scientific minds that is really unparalleled in the nutrition industry. If you look at on this slide right here, there's more P's, H's, and D's on this slide than in most alphabet soup bowls. And I joke about that, but look, there's so much expertise behind Victory Nutrition. What's more important, though, the thing to recognize is the people behind these P's, H's, and D's. These are individuals with a passion for good health, with a passion for good science, and a passion to change how the world looks at nutrition. With published clinical studies, multiple patents, and of course our IP, our intellectual property, we're armed with a massive differentiator against anything else in the marketplace. There literally is nothing like it. And I say unequivocally, whenever I speak about Victory Nutrition and the wonderful products, I always bring the idea of the science behind it. I lead with the science. Check out www.vniscience.com to become better acquainted with the hard work and the huge reference of resources that have already been prepared for us to use and for our benefit. Again, www.vniscience.com. Now, as consumers of these wonderful nutritionals, and as well as some of us as leaders and emerging leaders in the VNI business, we're backed by this ammunition of science. We have the products with the highest quality ingredients, and our products are consistently helping people achieve better health. And our science backs it up. So our products use proteasome technology for maximum benefit, and it's wonderful. Look at our quality. Bar none, there are no other products like ours in the industry. We source the very best foundational ingredients to maintain the highest standard. Our formulation process includes a mechanical pre-digestion process. It's called wet milling. Now, this isn't proprietary, but it's very expensive. This helps break down the nutrients to really extremely small particles to help your body better process them. And finally, there's our proteasome technology. Okay, this is proprietary. This is absorption technology. This means that our supplements will be absorbed 100% of the time by 100% of the people taking them. So proteasomes, they're this unique phospholipid transfer molecule or carrier sphere that surrounds multiple nutrients. They can effectively transport these nutrients across the digestive system membranes. By continually transporting these nutrients into circulation, these clusters, these spherical clusters, improve the body's ability to recreate, rebuild, and sustain optimal health. Now, this encapsulation process, it's used multiple times in the manufacturing of our product line, Enzorb and Protovite, for example. This allows for a range of fat and water-soluble compounds to be held collectively at different levels within these spherical layers. And because these layers contain specific nutrients, some are released instantly, and others are released later through the digestive process to ensure a longer, more sustainable, more beneficial process. It's precisely this unique attribute that creates maximum nutrient synergy and benefits in our body. Let me be clear, there is no other company out there that touts this process, and nor can they replicate our ability to maximize nutrient absorption through this technology. It's amazing. Now, as I joked before, the most expensive supplement you can buy is the one that doesn't work, right? Simply put, our products, they get in. They're absorbed 100% of the time by 100% of the people that use them. So what you see on the label is truly what you get. Now, who is Victory Nutrition for? Being an athlete and a martial artist, first things people say, oh, it's just for the athlete. And I've spoken to professional athletes. I've spoken to college and high school level athletes. They're all looking for an edge. Now, what is that edge? If you can nourish the body at a cellular level with more oxygen, more water, and more nutrients to create more energy, better hydration, and more stamina, would that be good for the athlete? Of course it would. Now, you also have the overworked or the tired or the person who doesn't eat right. Well, we know from studies back in the 1990s that even eating right doesn't provide all the answers because the vitamin and mineral depletion in the soils where our foods are grown. So we're not even getting it from even organic foods. So who is Victory Nutrition for? It's for everyone. It's for the proactive person who's doing everything possible, living a healthy life, exercising, and understanding that supplements are an essential part of the health regimen. It's also for the person that drives by the fast food restaurant and decides to keep on driving and says, yeah, I probably shouldn't eat there. It's for every person who's willing to take one small, seemingly insignificant step towards a better, healthier future. Now, many of you know one of my favorite quotes is by Callaway, who said, sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. Tiptoe if you must, but take the step. Our focus as leaders in the science of good health, remember that phrase, through Victory Nutrition is to encourage everybody that we meet to take a step towards a better, healthier 2019. Tiptoe if you must, but take the step. Now, Victory Nutrition helps with two kinds of steps. First, the step towards good health. And second, for leaders who want to share and promote the vision of VNI, it's a step towards owning your own destiny through an innovative business process with thoughtful leaders who have a vision of health and abundance for everyone. So let's talk about the products. First, there's Enzorb. This is our newest product, or one of our newest, excuse me, we have one that just came out. The newest product is the only proteasome technology enzyme product on the market that's setting a new standard for enzymes. These are food-type enzymes to revitalize the metabolism. Now, a clinical study was recently published showing that Enzorb, the enzymes boost metabolism, immunity, sleep, and blood health. Then there's Protavite. A published clinical study shows Protavite's VNI liquid iron-free multi-nutrient complex restores hemoglobin in red blood cells. Let me say that again. Iron-free multi-nutrient complex restores hemoglobin in red blood cells. It's oxygenating and hydrating red blood cells in less than 5 minutes. Then we have Brain Reward. Brain Reward supports focus, concentration, cognition, mental sharpness, and it's backed by 3 separate patents and well over 40 clinical studies. There is no other multi-ingredient finished product that I know of that has as many published studies through independent scientific research. How about Thion Extra? This is an immune benefit and cell detoxification product that supports anti-aging and life extension. Now, I want to talk about each one of these products a little bit individually. First, there's Enzorb. It's the proteasome multi-enzyme complex consisting of a unique combination of exclusively formulated enzymes for optimal metabolic and digestive support. Again, these are food-type enzymes. That's important to understand. A couple of things to remember about Enzorb. It's not a prebiotic or a probiotic. Okay, those are comprised of saccharides. They serve a nutritional function. Enzorb is not, they're not related to that. Enzorb serves a direct metabolic function, absorbed through our proteasome technology. And remember, that's proprietary. No other company has that. It gets in the blood and it serves to enhance metabolism. Now, when you look at Enzorb, here's what's interesting and different. Enzorb is metabolically activated in the alkaline pH tissues inside our body, on the other side of the GI tract, right? So it boosts and strengthens metabolism. It supports digestion of proteins, fats, and carbs. It supports intestinal health. Think about how many maladies in today's world are digestive related. You know, outside of cancer and heart disease, 70% of everything that's going into the hospital these days is digestive related. Enzorb enhances your ability to digest the foods that we take in. Really important. Protavite. We all know we need to take supplements. There was a study actually that supported that said all Americans should be taking some sort of supplements. I think it was in 2002, so it's been years. If we need to take supplements, why not take the best quality in a vehicle that we know works? We have the clinical studies to prove it. Our absorption technology works. You know, I tell all my friends that the vegetables that you ate as a kid they're simply just not the same ones that are on your plate today because of poor farming practices, because of pesticides, artificial growing strategies. Our food just doesn't carry with it the same quality nutrition that it once did a few decades ago. In fact, I think it was a United Nations study that showed that our soils are so depleted that our foods just can no longer deliver the same vitamin and mineral content that it once did. All that changes when you add Protavite to your life. Now, Protavite is liquid nutrition that gets in. Our proprietary blend of multivitamin mineral phytonutrient complex that's plant-based. Okay, it's unparalleled in its benefits to the human body. This is nutrition at the cellular level. Protavite specifically works at the cellular level to return the negative charge to the blood and enable it to carry more water, more oxygen, and more nutrients around the body. These nutrients actually get in. So ask yourself the simple question, who could benefit from this? That, my friends, is who you should be talking to about Victory Nutrition and about Protavite and all these products that we offer. We like to call Protavite liquid blood food. Our scientific research is validation on the finished product. Remember, it's not about one little ingredient. It's about the entire finished product. that liquid formulation in our bottle. It's not a cut and paste marketing job citing just little specific ingredients. Protovite works, and it creates life-changing benefits for those who use it. The published research shows Protovite restores hemoglobin to red blood cells in minutes. Okay, let me again say that. Protovite restores hemoglobin to red blood cells in minutes. Let that sink in. We are nourishing our bodies from the cellular level and restoring health, healing our bodies through the science of good health. Now, Brain Reward is an effective reward deficiency nutrigenomic solution. It rebalances the brain's reward circuitry. So, which one of us on the call tonight could use a better mood, less anxiety in their lives? Everybody, I know I can. Brain Reward, it's a patented course correction for your mind. Now, when you look at it, it's a staggering statistic that 1 in 4 Americans will experience a mental health disorder. Now, look at the overstressed, overpacked, always connected lives to our digital devices. Who here has their phone with them right now? We're always being connected means that we always are switched on, always on and ready. This further exacerbates stress and anxiety. Brain Reward supports dopamine sensitivity and function. It helps regulate cravings. It supports weight management. It relieves stress, supports an easier detox, and it supports focus, attention, concentration, and mental clarity and sharpness. With dozens of clinical studies, patented Brain Reward helps to work on the hardwiring towards a better, happier, and healthier you. Something new from Victory Nutrition. DNA designed precision nutrition. The patented GARS test and RestoreGen formulas, they represent a disruptive technological breakthrough in DNA designed precision nutrition. This optimizes your best brain reward benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 21st century designer nutrition. It's unlike a one-size-fits-all mentality of so many. VNI has invested and delivered. The VNI RestoreGen, these are products that they only use premium quality, science-based ingredients to ensure the highest beneficial effects. Each RestoreGen formula is taken with your brain reward. Okay, it's taken in a 2-to-1 ratio, so it's very, very easy. We're maximizing our understanding of gene expression and using our understanding to an individual's maximum benefit. Thion Extra. Thion Extra is a super antioxidant immune booster. It serves an antioxidant function. It brings about a positive nitrogen balance. It supports cell detoxification, mental clarity, and an anti-aging properties. Now, made with evidence-based products, Thion Extra should be a part of everyone's health regimen. We've gone through a lot in the last 20 minutes, a lot of information, health and product information that should help you create a path for you and your family in 2019. Now, how will you use that information that you've gained tonight to make your life, or maybe someone else's life, a bit healthier, a bit happier? Remember when we first started this conversation, I started talking about some startup companies in garages like Apple, like Under Armour. Well, did you know that there's another original startup company that formed in a garage? Bill Hewlett and Dave Packard started their company with $538. Think about that. HP, $538. Now, realize what they used to grow into a massive company for themselves, you can do the same for you. Their investment, $538, was about the same size investment as our Share and Grow Pack. Now, our leaders and our emerging leaders on the call tonight, they know what that is, right? But some of you who are joining for the first time, you haven't heard about this yet. Simply put, it's the simplest, easiest way for you to start on a business in nutrition success. That company, HP, as it's commonly known, it grew into a giant on the back of a belief in better products and the people who believe in them and use them. I believe in the products at Victory Nutrition. I use them and I see results not only for me, but for the countless others who I've shared them with. Let's all remember that the world doesn't have a remote control. You have to get up and change it yourself. With that, I'd like to turn the rest back of this presentation back over to Jeff Hooks. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you so much, Ken. Wonderful, wonderful information. And while Ken stops his screen share, I'm going to launch mine, and we're going to pick up literally right where Ken left off. This thing's normally childproof, but I think I'm going to be able to do it here. Hold on. There we go. And Ken, thank you again for your continued leadership. Wonderful information that you shared. And so, folks, we're gonna transition. You know, the information that Ken shared by design. We've got, as always, we've got some healthcare practitioners that are plugged into this information session. So we do want to always give some of the details, particularly pertaining to the scientific validation, the incredible peer-reviewed clinical studies that support these amazing products, clinical studies on our finished products, as Ken was sharing. But here's what I want to share. You don't have to understand. Some of you do, maybe even most of you do. You don't have to understand some of the science that Ken shared with us to benefit from the science. In other words, these products are very easy to take. First thing in the morning, I take Protovite on an empty stomach. That's when I take it. It's simple, it's convenient, it's complete, 1 ounce, tastes great, and I don't have to understand the proteasome technology. I don't have to understand all the vitamins, the minerals, the phytonutrients, the plant-based plant nutrients that are crammed into this product. I mean, folks, for those of you that love nutritional science, you take a look at all that's in here. You take a look at the bottom, all the botanicals that are full in this product, and it'll give you a lot to read. And many of these ingredients are patented. I mean, we don't even talk about the patents on the ingredients. This is a patent pending product itself, backed by clinical science. And so the product's amazing. I also take my Brain Reward first thing in the morning, and I just a couple of weeks ago, started taking my Restoragen product, the Equigen. For those of you that are already customers or partners, is my formula. There aren't many people that I've met yet since our soft launch of this amazing formula just less than right at 2 months ago that I've met that are taking the Equigen. But I've partnered these two up, and I take them first thing in the morning, and it's real simple. I take it with my Protovite, and I have seen some amazing results in my mental energy, my clarity, the ability to handle some of the stresses of a normal day. And then at night, right before I go to bed, I take my Enzorb right before I go to bed. So it's simple. That's my protocol. So I want you to understand that, again, you don't have to, I'll say it one more time on purpose, you don't have to understand the science to benefit, as Ken said, from the science of good health. We just take these products and you nourish your body at a cellular level. You give your body high performance fuel, as our founder and CEO Bill Downs says, high performance fuel instead of lawnmower fuel, which is what most of in the modern world, what most of us are putting into our body and expecting the body to perform. And you'll be amazed at how your body responds when you nourish it at a cellular level. So we are excited. And we really roll out the red carpet to have you engage with our company and our brand in any way that you choose, as a customer, or transitioning here to the next few minutes of our discussion, if you're interested in creating a cash flow. There are so many very talented men and women from all kinds of backgrounds around the world, but we're doing business currently in the United States and Canada, that are interested in creating a diversified cash flow, that are interested, many are coming on board and engaging with us in our mission. And our mission, folks, is assisting people in becoming beacons of health, hope, and abundance. We are mission driven. We're looking for individuals that have a calling to help people, servant leadership. And if the idea of launching your own business from home, part-time, without jeopardizing your full-time job, building a part-time cash flow for whatever reason, to pay off debt, to supplement retirement, to help your children or grandchildren's education, to travel, to take some pressure off from a cash flow standpoint, whatever the reason is, we want you to understand that we have a Very, very lucrative business model. And we're not shy. If the timing's right for you, we're not shy about rolling out the red carpet and welcoming you to engage in this mission with us. We are, just like we're a leader in the wellness nutritional science world, we're a leader in the way relationship marketing, direct-to-consumer companies are doing business. Now, you might have never been in business for yourself. The concept might be foreign. What we want you to understand is that we have a proven business model with proven training. I tell people it's paint by the numbers. We know what works. We know what doesn't work. If you'll follow the teaching that's part of our onboarding process with all of our partners, it creates predictable results. And folks, as Ken mentioned, I'm the president and COO of the company. I'm a traditional business entrepreneur. And one of the things that I've always looked for in my entire 33-year career now is predictability in business. I've always looked for if there are certain principles that work for others, then I've always felt like they'll work for me. And what we want you to understand is the roads are paved with V&I. We've got a 5.5-year track record. We're a young, fast-growing company. But as Ken said, we're just getting started. So the leaders, Ed and Gina Bender, Michael Saletti, Ken Nazemetz, and others, Mike Dannenberg. I don't want to start naming names. We've got such an amazing leadership team that can teach you exactly what to do and how to do it. Cynthia Sauer just hit a big production level called executive director, as did Ken. Just some amazing leaders, and we'll teach you. But let me give you just a feel of how this works. The business model is 3 easy steps. Now, we say easy. I use that word on purpose because it's easy in the sense that everyone can do it. The challenge is being consistent based on your goals, based on your vision. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. So step number 1, use the V&I products every day. That's the building block. You want to have authenticity. You can't recommend something that you haven't experienced, that from a moral authority standpoint. So using the products for yourself and your family every day is the foundational building block. Number 2, share the products. And we'll teach you how to do that. Every single Saturday in this meeting room at 11 a.m., we do a training, a new partner training that covers the basic fundamentals of how to build a business, how to build a customer base, how to share. In fact, this coming Saturday, I want to invite you again, 11 a.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing a deep dive on number 2 right here, how to share the V&I products, how to share the model, how to invite people to learn about who we are and what we do, to learn about these amazing wellness products. The good news is you don't have to memorize all this. We've got marketing tools that do a lot of the heavy lifting. You have to act as a tour guide. And it takes your skills. It takes your recommendation. It takes your hosting the process. Okay, it's not passive, but it's very doable. Very doable. We'll teach you how to do that. So number 1, use the products every day. Number 2, share the products. And then if you want to build a team, now if you could just do 1 and 2, build a customer base and create a very nice cash flow. We've got partners, just to give you perspective, that are making from a couple $100s a month to thousands of dollars a month just off of their own customer base. However, if you like the idea of building a team, of creating leadership, and building a distribution team, then step 3 comes into play. Teaching others to use and share the product. So the full model, for those that are interested, is number 1, use the products. Number 2, share. And number 3, teach others to do the same thing. Teach others to use and share. Okay, that's the 3-step process. Now, again, we'll teach you the fundamentals of and the depth of the principles, behind each of those 3 steps. But when you do that, you're going to have people engage with the products as customers. And you're going to have you're going to come across people that are interested in creating a cash flow. We have some of our top partners. Their first goal was just, hey, I've got a little bit of credit card debt. I'd like to pay off a few $100s of credit card debt, or a few thousand. And so what happens is, as you begin sharing, we have a very lucrative compensation plan that rewards you for sharing the products, for people engaging with these products. So when you share the products and somebody places a product order, you make immediate income. So let's say, for example, you invited me to tonight's presentation. I learned from Ken Nazemetz. I learned about the products. I'm interested in improving my health and my vitality, which I am. And by the way, most people are. And if they aren't now, they will at some point. You know, health is one of those out there. It's called a deficiency need in many cases, where unfortunately people don't always value it until they lose it or until it's at risk. And so that's why you never, for our partners, that's why you always want to, you never burn bridges. You know, if you've shared information with somebody, stay close to them, because, you know, you never know. If something might happen in their world with a loved one where all of a sudden their mindset changes and they realize how important it is to take care of themselves before things break down. So that immediate income, if you shared the VNI products with me, and let's say I placed a Protovite and a brain reward order today, you're going to get paid Monday of next week. Business we do this week, you get paid Monday of next week. Okay, that's immediate income. We've got partners that have earned $50, $100 their first week, their first couple of weeks, to over $1,000 their first couple of weeks. Okay, so there's immediate income that's designed to reward your initial activity. Now, the second type of compensation is long-term residual cash flow. And folks, this is exciting. We're not going to go deep here. So I want to encourage you, for a lot of reasons, if this interests you, get back to the person that invited you to tonight's presentation and make sure you dig a little bit deeper here. Here's the short version. Our products are very effective. As we've talked about, our products are extraordinarily unique. And think about this. They're consumable. They're consumable. So what does that mean? That means when Jeff Hooks enjoys my bottle of Protovite, I'm going to reorder. We have a very high reorder rate. And the company even makes it very, very simple with what we call our subscription program, which can offer additional discounts and discounts off of shipping, and sometimes even including free shipping. So here's the idea. I place my initial product order and you get paid. All right. I set up my subscription so I don't run out of product. It's a convenient program. I'm in complete control. I can increase it, decrease it, cancel it at any time as a customer or a partner. And all of a sudden my subscription process is next month. Now here's the key. Guess what you had to do? And the answer is nothing. Our operations team, our customer care team, and our operations team take care of everything. They process, in this example, they process my credit card. You don't have to process it. They package up the product that I want. They ship it to my doorstep wherever I want it, and you get paid again. So this is not you getting paid off a new customer placing a first-time product order. This is you getting paid again. You've already earned immediate income off my first product order. This is you earning again off of repeat business. That's the residual cash flow that starts to ramp up. And once you build a customer base, it starts slow. This doesn't happen overnight. And once you build a team that's building a customer base, you can have an organization of thousands of customers all across the US and Canada and around the world as we move forward. And our top income earners, Ed and Gina Bender, their biggest day last month was right at a $38,000 sales day. And most of that business was from existing customers and their subscriptions processing again. So folks, think about that. How would you like to have a home-based business that does $30,000 or $40,000 of sales in a day and that you get paid on? Okay, so that's powerful. That's a long-term residual cash flow. And then third is leadership development bonuses. You know, Zig Ziglar used to say, you can have everything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. And that's the principle behind our leadership development bonuses. For your partners that are on your team, you are rewarded handsomely from our compensation plan by helping them reach their goals. Okay, so why partner with VNI? There's so many benefits for owning your own business with VNI. Our products are proprietary. Our product technologies are proprietary, and they are exclusive. Our products are exclusive through authorized VNI partners. In other words, the only way, let me put it this way, the only way anyone can get the VNI products is through an authorized partner of VNI. They're not available anywhere else. We will we will always only distribute our products through authorized partners. And so that means you've got the opportunity. We'll never compete with our partners. So that's beautiful. There are a lot of companies in the relationship marketing business that are marketing products, with all due respect, that are very similar to 100 other products that are out there. Our products are extraordinarily unique. They deliver results, and they're backed by science, and you have access to that. So you're out there, what we call sharing and caring, with a smile on your face and love in your heart, and you've got products that no one else has access to from any other source. And that's exciting. There are no startup fees. There's no requirement to maintain inventory. You have the ability and the flexibility to work where you want to work with the people that you want to work with. You know, how many times, and I've in my career, I've had a number of traditional jobs. One of the things I didn't like about the traditional workforce is I had, in many cases, very little say-so over who I was working with, and certainly who I was working for. With V&I, you can build your team. You know, if you can build your team, you can surround yourself with positive people. You can surround yourself with individuals that want more out of life, that are servant leaders, that are mission focused. We're looking for missionaries, not mercenaries. So you can surround yourself with a positive team of people that you want to be around, and take the rest of your life building this mission with us, and being around people that you want to be around. Now, our compensation plan, again, it's uncapped and it's untapped. It's based on how big you can dream and how hard you're willing to work and how much you want to serve. I always tell people, and we tell our leaders tell individuals that are learning about V&I, the weekly and monthly compensation that any of our partners earn from V&I is a direct reflection of their contribution and the value and the impact that they're making in others' lives. Okay, the bigger the check, the bigger the value. The bigger the check, the bigger the contribution. The bigger the check, the bigger the impact. And that's a beautiful way to build an enterprise and feel good about it. We're just so excited about the opportunity to bless people physically with from a health perspective with our products, and financially with our business model. Now, what is the profile of, if you might be asking, what is the profile of our average partner? And if you're asking that, or if upon reflection, if you think, you know what, that's a good question, let me share with you that our backgrounds, the men and women that are our partners, are very diverse. Very diverse. I mean, we've got healthcare practitioners, we've got doctors, we've got lawyers, we've got MDs, we've got chiropractors, we've got part-time and full-time employees that are building this on the side. We've got stay-at-home moms and dads. We've got full-time, we've got single moms, single dads that are building the V&I vision and mission. We've got people that with multiple PhDs, and individuals, very smart individuals that have gone through the school of life and not much formal education, and everything in between. But I'll tell you, the common threads that we see consistently with our partners these are men and women that have a sincere desire to serve others, to add value in people's lives. They have a sincere desire for some positive change in their own lives, and they're coachable. They understand that we've got a blueprint. We know how this model works, and be humble enough to learn from those that have gone before you and done what you wanted to do. Now, you're still going to be yourself, but the point is you don't have to figure this out. If you'll be coachable, plug into the training, you'll be partnering with a team of individuals. These are men and women that we call your success coaches, that have a vested financial interest in helping you reach your goals. If you'll lock arms with them and you'll stay coachable and you have fun with this, be patient with yourself, you'll be amazed at what can happen in 3 months, 6 months, a year, and beyond. Now, what's your next step? First of all, you might be at a point where you say, you know what? I want to engage with the products. I want to experience the products yourself. Please get back to the person that invited you tonight. Place your product order, set up your subscription, and I want to encourage you to at least give it 90 days. Give your body a chance to respond to our nutrition that gets in. Number two, another option. You might be, you say, hey, I like what I've seen and heard, but I've got some questions. Again, please get back to the person that invited you. They'll point you to their marketing website if you haven't already seen it. There's tremendous information, video information, written content. They'll probably even want to schedule a call with one of their partners, one of their upline success coaches, to help you get those questions answered and figure out what the best next step is for you, whether it be engaging with the products, whether it be engaging with the products and building a business, wherever your interests lie. We'll make sure that you get the information that you need to make a good, informed decision. Number three, you might be at a point where you say, you know what, third option, I like what I see. I don't have all the information, but the timing's right in my life where I want to create a cash flow and I want to engage. Well, again, I want to point you back to the person that invited you to tonight's information session and have them walk you through what we call the builder pack options. Now, the builder pack options are designed specifically for those that want to launch their own VNI business. Those that have, as we mentioned, that have a calling to engage in this mission. Okay, we've got the basic pack. Basic pack, as you see there from my mouse, is $268. It's a $397 value. So there's $129 built into this pack, including free expedited shipping, some free product samples. It's a great way to get started and have product to use, have product to share. The second option is a little bit bigger pack. So we've got some more value built in. By the way, these pack options are options you can only order one time as a new partner with VNI. Okay, the promoter pack is a very popular option for our new partners engaging. $186 in value built in, free expedited shipping. You've got some marketing materials and some extra free product. This is a great option. And then what you heard Ken Nazemetz share, this is by far our most popular option for those that are, it's not that you don't have to buy a pack. I want you to understand that. This is designed for those that want to create a profitable business and leave no money on the table and earn as quickly as they can. So we've got $297 of value built into the Share and Grow pack, including free expedited shipping. This is literally what you get in the Share and Grow pack. Literally, it's exactly what comes from our warehouse. And it also includes free product samples, etc. But what you'll see here with the Share and Grow pack, you're actually also positioned in our compensation plan at what we call the executive manager level for 6 months. So what that basically does is just giving you a boost in our compensation plan while you're putting your initial customer base in place, while you're putting your team together, while you're getting things up and running. And it basically just gives you, you're leaving no money on the table. It gives you just an accelerated earnings opportunity if and when you engage and start building your business. So those are options. They're all three options. They're great. Whatever's best for you is, I always tell people, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But having product to use for yourself and your family and having product to share and sample is very, very important in getting off to a great start. So again, get back to the person that invited you to tonight's presentation, get your questions answered, and we want to just invite you, however you see yourself involved in the VNI family and the VNI community, we want to welcome you with open arms. We are so excited. We're committed to making a difference. And as I mentioned, helping people become beacons of health, hope, and abundance. We hope you'll join us on that journey. And we're so glad you joined us tonight. I want to remind you one more time at 11 a.m. on Saturday morning, join me right here in this meeting room, and we'll be going through an in-depth training on how to share the VNI products. So thanks so much on behalf of Ken Nazemetz, on behalf of the entire VNI family. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful night, and we'll talk soon. God bless. Good night. Bye-bye.